Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm super excited you're here with me today, as I always am. Welcome everyone, especially my brand new subscribers, and a big welcome to all of you who watch me on a regular basis. Hugs and kisses. Mwah! To all of you who watch me and talk to me in comments and all the likes and the thumbs up and all that. Thank you everyone. Okay, how is everybody? Good, I hope. It is weekend crafting with the Vintage Paper Girl. Wasn't sure if I was going to do one this weekend because I really didn't have a lot of ideas going on in my little head. But I need to do some crafting. So I thought I'd just bring you along with me into the studio and craft right along. Remember this envelope we did? This pouch with a hidden pocket in the middle. There's a pocket there. We move up the flap. There's a pocket there. Well, I need to make things to go into it so I can put it in the shop for sale. I don't feel like I just want to sell an envelope. I need to have some things in it. So I thought I'd make some items to go in there and decorate a few things. So some things maybe you've seen, you haven't seen. I don't know. We'll see. So that's today's little project. But before we get going, I wanted to make an announcement. A Jewel Design, which is my daughter's digital shop. And of course, she has a YouTube channel. She has a digital shop called the Jewel Design. And she has reopened her shop. We had to close it due to the EU restrictions for selling across the into Europe and all that garbage, all the stuff they required us to do. So anyway, she's reopened her shop, not with as many digitals as she used to have. She used to have over, I think it was 100 and something digitals. But she's put her favorite ones back up. And so you'll be able to get digital butterflies and words and various kits that you've seen me use. So if you're watching some of my older videos and there was a kit you wanted that I showed or I shared, go to her shop and you'll be able to see it. Now, there should be a link in the drop-down box of my, right below my video, right? And there'll be a link for that. And then there's also the link for our other shop, which is Design Journal and Supply. Oh, can you guys see that? I don't know what you could see. There it is. Okay. So we have the physical. She has about 4 butterfly kits that are physical butterflies like this that are printed and cut ready, not individually cut, but cut in strips or whatever for you to buy. She has about 7 word kits in there, and I believe she has a label kit in there or a book. I don't know what they're called. Book plate, digital. So she's got a number of paper things that are already pre-printed you can buy if you don't have a printer. If you have a printer and you can print, you can go to her digital shop for the same stuff. Okay, so you'll be able to do both. These are brand new butterflies. These are French blue butterflies. She just created these. Aren't they pretty? Gorgeous, right? So these are in the shop. She has a lavender set and a rose set. I don't know, she's got fabulous spring colors. You know, she's got these in there that you can, cut out and make like I did. All these cute little butterflies are in there that you can make up for your spring projects. Okay. And so just depends what you need. All right. So they are in there. She just put them up. There's some new, what do you call it? I'm just drawing a blank today. What's wrong? Tulle. She's got all kinds of sparkly tulle, pretty stuff for spring. So you'll have to go in there and see what we've got at the shop. So there's some brand new things in there, so don't hesitate to go over there. And like I said, these butterflies are in there. So go take a peeky. As well as her shop is back open. Yay! Good job, Jolene. So super excited about that. All right, so today what I want to do is I want to decorate some pieces to go excuse me, to create or decorate some pieces to go in here, Oh, before we get going, I want to apologize for my last video. It was a disaster. The numbers were low. It just, didn't do very well, and I don't blame it. A lot of people quit after the first, 19 minutes. It didn't go any further, which they should have because I got going, and then I think it was a great video after that. But some days it just takes me a bit to warm up, and you never know what day that's going to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some file folders today to create some unique pieces. Now, you haven't seen me do this one before, so this will be new. I just kind of was playing with some file folder bits. And then we've got some pockets to cover. I did create this triple pocket. It's got 1, 2, and 3 to go in there. Sorry, I have the hiccups. I just had lunch. And I also have tags to decorate. So, you know, I've got quite a few little bits and pieces for us to work with today if we want. You know, normally we do a longer video on a Saturday because it is Saturday and we have time to craft and to watch and to just relax, grab a soda or, you know, an iced tea or coffee or whatever you like and kick your feet up and watch the video or craft along with me. Now, what I did to make this little goodie here is I took a file folder and I just cut off, you know, close to the edges of where all the little, you know, goodies are. I cut all that off. Then I cut it in half and turned it sideways. So this is what you get, okay, when you cut that off. So I just cut off and then I got rid of like the little edge that was still on there. So this is about what you get. So when I got it all cut, what have I got here? I have 11 by 7 3/4. That's about right. And all I did was I just kind of started playing around with, you know, folding the edges. And so for this one, I folded in, well, let me see, what did I do? Because I was just playing. So, but I know that some of you really want to know things. So that's like 3 1/2. And I folded this one back 3 1/4. So 3 1/4, however you want to do it. I do see some edges. I don't want to, I'm crooked here. I want to straighten this out. Probably when I went to cut it off, I didn't hold on to it very well. Plus I see kind of a really rough little edge here that I don't really need. There we go. Let's just clean the edges up a little bit and straighten it out. It seems very, very crooked to me. I don't know why, but it is. All right, that's a little better. So you can decide which side do you want. You want the pocket to be a little deeper, like this, or do you want it to be a little less deep? So I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to put my 3 inches now that I trimmed that up, and 3 1/4. So I'm going to put the 3 inch in the front. So basically you're going to see more print there. Okay. So we would do the same with this. Let me make sure this is straight. Why not? Let's clear it up before we do any folding. I'll fold 2 of these. I may not use them both on this project, but you never know. Okay, so those are cleaned up. And if you want it to be exact, of course, you can go ahead. You can either just fold it by eye, just to play, or you can get out your scoreboard. So we could do the 3, and we could do the 3 1/4, or something along that lines, right? It doesn't have to be exact. Or fold 1 forward and 1 back. Let's see, do we get the same? Wait, pretty darn close. It's a little bit different, but that's fine. So what that gave us, though, was a 4 1/2 inch wide piece that could go inside of any journal. Okay, so this is just a fun little pocket that double pocket we're going to make here to go into our journals or as a standalone piece. Make a great gift. You guys always find wonderful things to do with it. I just want to pull that out so you can see what I used. So up you go. Up, up and away, my little friend. All right, I probably won't do both of them today. I only need one for my project because it's got to fit into here somewhere. Like maybe up here. Yeah, see, it fits. So I don't think I'll need to. I'm going to put that behind me. And I'm going to put these over here out of my way. And I'll put that away. And then I've got some things. I've got things. Okay, now that's a stiff board, so I don't want to use that. That's a paper that I've already I've printed it on some 48-pound cardstock. So let's just shove that in there. What I want to use, though, to cover this, I'm thinking is, you know, papers like that. But I'm not thinking I want to use that paper. I'm going to grab this kit out. This kit is Raindrop Lila. It's Cornelia's Garden. There are about 6 or 8 kits that go with this. So what I want to do initially is I just kind of want to, I'm not showing you this. You guys have seen this in other videos, and I'm still working on it. I just don't want that. Ooh, I love this. Let's use this. I just reprinted this kit, so I haven't had time to do much with it yet. So what I don't want to use the images that have people in this. So I'm pulling out the ones that are, oh, there's also that one. I'm just grabbing everything that doesn't have the ladies in it. Okay. For right now. I don't need those, right? And these are all printed on linen paper. So it's nice and linen copy paper. All right. Let's pop this back in the envelope. So I don't need that. Get it out of our way. I don't want to bend them up or get them all damaged. Now I will probably have to go to Bertha, or I'll bring her over here maybe today. I don't know. I may bring her over here so I could cut. But I've got to figure out, what do I want to cover this with? Like, what do we want to be on the front of this? I just use this for that other piece. Let me show you. Yeah. Yeah, see, this is the one I used here. So I don't really want to use that one again because this is going to go in there. So I will go over here, put that on the bottom. I like that one. Let me put that over there. Well, let me put this in front of me so I can see what I'm working with. We have this. Oh, this is pretty. My other option is to put this in here and wrap it around to the back. I could do that. I could cover the whole thing. Or I could do it this way and cover all the way to the back, which is kind of what I was thinking, was that I would cover the whole thing and then fold it and do that. And then we can make stuff to go in it, right? So I'm liking that one so far. Is this the same one? And I just printed it twice? Yeah, I did. Okay. I don't think I want that one. This one's really pretty. Maybe for the inside, maybe. That's pretty too. So, all right, I'm going to set these off to my side here. And then, I guess I could bring Bertha over so you guys, I don't have to leave you guys. She's a big girl. I will have to stand up. So what's new with you guys? Anything new and exciting? Is everybody healthy and well? I can't really get this in the camera. I'll do my best. Sometimes I cut two at a time. It kind of just depends how I really always think you guys don't want to watch this because it's boring to watch someone cut paper. I did a bad job there, so I'm going to have to... There we go. She's getting dull at the bottom here. Her blade is getting dull. She's very old. Very old. She's the queen of the studio. She's probably my oldest crafting supply in here. So, all right. Took her back over there because I need the space on my desk. That's a problem. I would have to keep picking it up and putting it down. And it's not light. That's not a new cheapy one, you know. I'm thinking... This is my exciting piece. I'm going to get a board. Okay. Get a glue board. This is going to be fun. Okay, it's a little bit short, which is fine because we have pieces we can put on an edge, right? So we're not worried about that because... Now, let me think here. Let me think. Okay, you're going to see this. You're going to go around. You're going to see... But you're not going to see this inside one because we're going to close it. So do I even want to go all the way to that? No, I don't. Okay. I see what I'm going to do. I know that probably made 0 sense to you guys. Well, I think I'll try a glue stick today. Let's see. Let me get my glues prepared. Let me get out my glues. Excuse my head. A hot mess. Okay. Let's get some glue stick on here. I am going to go a little bit past the crack, I think, and then I'll cut off the rest. Maybe. I don't know. I don't use the glue stick a lot, but it doesn't mean I don't use it at all. Just not in the mood to deal with the Fabri-Tech's really been fussy because of the coldness of the weather, cold and damp. Today it's nice and warm. It's a beautiful spring, perfect spring day today. Blue sky, 3-degree breeze. It's about 63 degrees. It's going to warm up to the 80s in the next few days. Yay, no, I don't know. I like my weather 75, 80 max, like 80 max, no more than that. That's when I feel the best. So I'm looking forward to feeling better without all this freezing cold, horrible weather we've had, which we need. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to be trimming, and I know that. I don't care if it gets messy here because you're not going to see it. We're going to be folding that closed. So, I mean, I don't care if there's a bubble. You're not going to see that inside. We're going to go like that because these aren't going to open. These are going to become pockets, I think. Well, at least that's my idea. We'll see if I'm right. Now, I had a ton of projects and ideas for Easter this year, and I did not get to any of them. So if I'm still in the Easter mood, because it's coming right up, you know, and I want to put it all in the shop, I will still go ahead and make the stuff and box it for next year. So, you know, it just won't be this year's Easter. I can't get it out to the shop in time, I don't think, to get it shipped to you in time, but who knows. Oh, I had so many pretty things in mind. So many. Okay, so we've got our first one. Now we need to do the inside. So we want something that we know is going to show there. Now, we were talking about putting, now you're not going to see that, so I don't want to just waste paper. I actually think that that's not what I want to use. I want something more like that. I don't know if in my, I'm going to grab my scrap thing in a minute. Oh, like I really like this. I like this part. I don't like that though. But that's going to be closed, so maybe. All right. I just don't want to waste a bunch of paper for no reason. If that's closed tight for a pocket, then we could wrap that around there. It's very busy though, isn't it? Kind of like that one. That's busy though. It's so busy. Oof, I don't know. Think this one. Think this one. I'm thinking. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this over at Bertha because I really didn't know what I was doing. Bertha, give me a break today. She is not wanting to cut properly. She just does not want to cut this one end. And that's the end I need to cut. Well, doggone it. I'll just move it up, so if I have to cut something off, it'll be from up there. We'll do that. Okay. All right. Let's try this. So, did I just have a squirrel moment, guys? I think I did. Sorry about that. I had a squirrel. Oh, I just realized I don't need all that. What am I going to do? I'm trying to do this in conserved paper, but I think I'm doing a very poor job of it. Actually going to line this up along the bottom edge. Whoops. Okay. A lot of these projects are pretty much covering things and then adding your embellishments, which makes it easy for anybody to do. Anybody could do this. You don't have to do... Luckily, so many of the designers are creating things that allow us to create without having to, if you're not good, let's say you're not very good at doing collage. A lot of these papers are collage for you, so you do not have to do it yourself. Not at all. I've got a bubble there. Yeah, maybe I don't. Maybe just the pattern looks like it. Okay. Let's see if we can just rip that off. There we go. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to cut this to fit. I need to do a better job than that. I'll probably have to go around the edges with some art glitter glue just to clean it up. Because, you know, that particular one, I didn't do a very good job with the glue, I don't think. I don't seem to be very straight today. I seem to be cutting crooked. All right, let's get this going. Come on, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it. I haven't even decorated my house for Easter yet. I'm not going to do anything great. I mean, normally I have boxes over in storage of Easter stuff, and outside I don't do all that anymore, but I do want to perk it up a little. I just want to add some bunnies to what I've already got. So I was already, after Christmas, I did do some semi-decorating to lighten it up from the holidays. Now, normally I would not bin this as soon, but I'm going to because this is not going to show even if it bubbles under there because I'm going to glue it down because we're going to glue a pocket there and a pocket there. You see what I was trying to say? I don't need all that to show. Although I do need to glue this down so it doesn't, the things that go in the pocket do not get stuck. Yay, I haven't used my glue yet today and it's working. It's working. I just want to make sure I get all the bits and pieces glued down. Okay, very nice. Gives it this just a substantial feel when you line something like this. Okay, I want to make sure I fold a little better than I did there. All right, so now we've got pocket and pocket once we glue that. I think I'd like to ink it before I do any gluing. And we're going to use Vintage Photo today. We're back to our more vintage pieces. I do see quite a bit of white across the top where I have cut all these papers, and they are showing. It is showing. Plus, this gives it a minute to dry before we do any more gluing. I'm also thinking I would like, before I do any more of that, hold on a minute. You know what I'm going to do before I do it, because you guys follow me. I'm going to round these corners just a little bit. Just for some visual interest. Yeah, I'll probably do those too. We'll do some more corners in a minute. But because I'm going to ink, I thought, well, why ink to cut them off and then ink again? You know, I mean, it's usually what happens, right? I start inking and then I realize, whoopsie, I want to cut something. Remember I said I'd have to glue, and I do. I never quite get to that edge with the glue stick. Well, because you don't want to rip up your glue stick, so you've got to be a little more cautious. Okay, I think I've done everything I want to do. That needs to be glued down, maybe. Let's see. Oh, no, I didn't do this one. This one's got a funky edge on it. Give me a minute. There we go. Okay, as you can see, this matches perfectly for this. It is matchy-matchy, but that's all right. And now we want to glue down more edges. Making sure everything's down that we need to have down before I go gluing. Okay, So now I'm going to glue my edge. I'm going to close my pockets. And I'm kind of putting almost a double line of glue because I want this to stay. Whoopsie. It will, but it's cold in here today. I have the window open and it's a beautiful spring day. It's about 61 to 63. But the studio's cold, so which means it's not going to be conducive to drying, right? I have to take that off for a second. And we're going to glue at the inside pocket, not on here, but here on this flap. Okay. Now, this was inspired by Pam at Glam Junk Journals because she did something, but not this one exact. This is just me playing around after seeing her video about what could I do with the papers. Similar to something she's doing, but not exact. So this is my own little thingy here, based off of an inspiration from her. I do like to give credit where credit is due when I can, if I absolutely know who the person is. I'm going to let that dry for a second. Now, I wouldn't mind putting an image here and here. We could leave it just like this, maybe just add some lace and keep it very simple. So I'm in the debating because where we want to put things is inside these pockets, right? That's going to be the stuff we're going to make. But I think this is a fun little double pocket. You could put this inside of any journal. It would look lovely. Stick it in a pocket, paper clip it on, do it as a standalone. Reminds me of the long strips I do that I fill up with ephemera. Same thing, only this has just got 2 pockets that are glued down. I don't think these are the same as Pam's. I'm pretty sure they're not. Okay. So, do I want to add anything? Well, I could. Let me see. I have all kinds of, got small little journal cards, but I've also got those bigger ones as well. I want to see what else I've got in here. I think these are all just pages right here. I don't think. Yeah, here we go. I was thinking there were a bunch of these strips and that I could maybe use one of the strips. We could make, what could we make? Let's see, we've got that one. We have these. I don't need that. That's a little small. That one's already, no, that's a different one. No, that's that one. I don't know why these are in here, why they're not in my envelope here. Here's my little envelope. Here we go. These guys need to go over here. Let's see what I have that's cut. I was going to say I have some really pretty little bits. That would be, it's just really busy. You know, it's a busy kit. I don't need that for anything. I'm going to put that back in there. looking to see what else is in here. Give me a minute. Oh, we have lots of bits and pieces we could put in. I just don't know what I want to put in here. That one's too big. Way too big. Lots of strips that are already cut, right? Lots of tags. Just looking. That's too big, but it could be folded and put in a pocket, couldn't it? Yep, it's done on the back already. More scraps. Always have lots of scraps, don't we? So I'm looking at my scraps to see if there's anything in the scraps I want to use too. I have a lot of scraps. And then I have a lot of those little cards, so... Big tags. Not too big for this, but... Ooh, look at those tags. There's some pretty ones in there. I've cut a lot of these out already. Already using them. There's some pretty little labels there. Might use those. Okay. Yeah, I like a Saturday because I don't feel like I rush or I have to worry. I just create, you know, and that's my fun part about a Saturday video. Kind of like these. I don't know if there's anything here that I want to use. Let me put this stuff over here. Kind of like that. Let me see. I actually don't want the black. I'm going to cut out around it. I'm not one for big black lines or a lot of black in my, I do black and white journals, but not every journal has it or needs it, you know. Let's do this one too. Okay. Cut out those pieces that are going to get caught on things and cause me an issue later. Let's get rid of some of that black I left. There we go. I want to thank those of you who are rewatching some of my old videos. That's great. I've actually, because I see your comments, I actually kind of have been rewatching some of my videos too. Looking at some of my unique original pieces that I made. Kind of exciting for me to see them after a while. I haven't seen some of them for a long time. I think it's just more of the same. I honestly don't know that we need, other than maybe just an individual lady, an image there, because I think it's just too crazy. It's just too crazy. She's really pretty. She does match that, but I think I would cut off most of that and just put her on there. Or I have flowers, which I don't really want to add any more flowers. I mean, I have some ladies here that I could add. Have these lovely ladies. Now, they aren't very I wonder if she could go here. And then maybe these ladies on the front. So let's see. These are edge strips. They work great along the edge or as a bookmark or a belly band. Just depends on what you want to do with them. See if they would look good on that other side. Let me get my little, oops. I'm going to clean this up because I was just doing a hatchet job on the other one. Okay. Don't know that I did a fabulous job, but that's not bad on there. That might be okay if we put some lace behind it. I'm thinking we could do that, right? I don't think we need all this extra paper here. Into the trash you go. Okay. I was also looking at this pretty lady. I don't know if she might be better there. I would have to cut up the tag pretty good. The sad part is I did print on the back side of this, so you know I do waste ink when I glue it down, and it should be a tag, right? But that's okay. That's okay. I usually save all these bits and pieces, but I'm not. I'm just decided that I don't want to save everything. Yeah, that's too big there, but I'm thinking that if we kind of like did a ripped thing up there and we maybe do a little ripping down here. That's kind of fun. I may cut that off. I don't like that ripped, but I don't mind the top that way. Oh, but see, then I'm losing that document that I wanted. Someone at our door. I don't know who that is. Probably a salesman. Oh, we've been getting hit lately pretty hard. I was trying to decide who's going where. Don't mind me. Just give me a minute. I need a second to think. I'm thinking... Actually, you know what I'm thinking? Probably not, because you're not mind readers. Hold on a sec. Let me do this. I'm doing the ragged edges on here because I think that's a better way to do it. I rip terrible. My hands really don't like it. Maybe we could do that here too. Oh, I think my neighbor came over with his little girl. I think that's who I hear. With our adopted granddaughter. We call her our adopted granddaughter because she's adopted us. Mainly my hubby. Not so much me, but I don't get to see her much. I don't go outside. I hardly ever go outside, so which is sad because I always lived outside. Oh, I loved to be outside, but not so much now. I miss it though. I was an outside girl. I was always roller skating, riding my bike, my 10-speed. My little Schwinn before I got my 10-speed. I had to do a lot of babysitting jobs before that 10-speed. My parents would not buy me one. So I earned it myself. I'm very proud of myself. Young girl. I made enough money to buy a 10-speed. I bought a guitar, the Takanini, which in this day and age is a rare, expensive guitar. Not back then, but now. What else did I get? I got that 10-speed Schwinn. It's a yellow, banana yellow. I don't know why I picked yellow. Gosh, it's not my favorite color. Blue is. I'm shocked I didn't get a blue bike, but maybe they didn't have one. My best friend got a green one, and I got a yellow one. We both saved our money. I'm not sure she did any babysitting. I don't know how she got hers. Maybe chores. I don't know. Her parents were a lot different than mine. So, but anyway, we got our 10 speeds. I got a guitar because I was taking guitar lessons and playing the guitar. And let's see, what else? Oh, and then as I started working more, of course, I saved up for a car and went to work at McDonald's. So, and also got a phone for my room. I got my own phone and I had to pay my own bill, but I made the money and it all started babysitting. And whatever chores, extra chores I could do for my mom, you know, to make extra money. So by the time I was 12, I was an entrepreneur. I used to make jewelry and sell it, macrame jewelry, bracelets, necklaces, plant hangers. I was pretty good with the macrame. I sold a lot of jewelry at one point. Yeah, I was really into making it. And so, but I was an outside girl. I was always out riding my bike or roller skating or running around the neighborhood, playing hide and seek or just sitting on the lawn talking to my girlfriends from the neighborhood, walking to each other's houses, walking to school. We walked to school. This is wider up here, so I'm thinking I will put that there and put a little something there. Yeah. Maybe put a little lace on first and then put that on. I think this one's too tiny to go anywhere. I love it, but it's a little small. I underestimated the size of that. Okay, so I think I know what's going where and what we need to put on it before we do it, right? I've got to think about what laces and what size lace do I need. It's not like I don't have lace. I have tons of it. I'm thinking this is too wide. It would cover up too much. But you know, I could cut it down. I don't have to use it the size it is, right? Lace can be cut. I don't like to rip lace, though. Oh, that hurts my heart when somebody does it. I have to tell you. Yeah. Let me see. I want to go to about there. The seamstress in me, it kills me when I see someone ripping lace. Oh, I just... the way I was taught to respect fabric, fiber, laces, all those trims, we would never, ever, as seamstresses, rip any of that. In fact, as a seamstress, you would never rip fabric. But as a quilter, we ripped fabric all the time. So kind of just depends on your perspective, I guess. I'm thinking what I want to do, because I don't want to take up tons. I'm going to cut this right about the top of this flower. I don't even like to do this. This is like, ow, ow, ow. I know, I'm being silly. But I don't want to lose a lot of the wording. But I want to put something on the edge of that pocket. Yeah, I like that. Then we'll still need something up here, but we could do a word or something else, right? Don't think we need those clips anymore. Our glitter glue dries super fast. But like I said, I was only doing it because it's so doggone cold. So let me... I'm actually thinking, I noticed my Fabri-Tac hasn't been working as well as I would like. So I'm going to actually put this in my lap to keep it warm for a little bit. Warm it up because I could feel the glue bottle is very cold. Let me cut that off. These are my brand new Fiskars scissors that I've decided I'm kind of going to use for trims and that. And fabric. I bought it to cut paper, but honestly, they're an all-purpose scissor, but right now they still cut fabric beautifully, so well, they're new and sharp. Okay, that has to be right there because that's where the pocket ends, is right there. So we can only go to the edge of the pocket. And I still want to see those words, so we'll do that, and then we'll put something up there. Okay. Yeah, look at the glue flow, and I bet it sticks better when it's warm than it does when it's cold, because everything I put on when it was really cold did not stick, and I had to re-glue, which never, ever makes me excited. Where's the edge of that page? I gotta find the edge. There we go. I'm using the warmth of my hands to warm that up, warm the glue and dry it quicker. Put that back there. I think it's yeah, it's much warmer. We're going to do the same, kind of the same thing over here. So now I've got this little bit. I do want to make them similar. So I'm thinking I want to glue this down right to there. And then we'll put that on there. Do I move it up and cover the seal, or do I kind of leave it to where you can sort of see the seal and put something up there? I guess I could do that. I don't know. Okay. Did you guys play outside when you were young? We did. We played outside till it got dark. Mom called us in. In fact, most of the time we didn't want to come in. We would throw fits because we were not ready to come in the house. Out playing hide and go seek and running around with our friends, riding bikes, skating, playing basketball. Skated a lot. Loved to roller skate. It was a big thing when I was growing up. Everybody roller skated. And then we would have roller skating parties, which was funny because we could roller skate in our own neighborhood. We all had great streets to roller skate on, but all my friends and I love roller skating. I was also in the yard helping my dad. He made sure we all know how to mow a lawn. Oh, we played baseball in the yard. He had wiffle balls and air bats because he didn't want his girls getting hurt, but he taught us all to play baseball. We learned to swing a golf club. My dad was a major golfer. The man had a like 3 or 4 handicap. Awesome golfer. Businessman though. Played his whole life. Used to be a caddy when he was young for some of the big stars that were in golf at the time at the San Jose Golf and Country Club. So I just grew up outside with my friends, you know. I'd only go in my room when I had to, if I was sick, which I was sick a lot as a kid. I didn't go out as much. Well, when I was younger, really young, I was sick a lot. As I got older, I did better as a teenager. And all my friends were outside, so I was outside, right? I was thinking, remember these bits I just had? That would be great up there, don't you think? I think that would be great. Yeah, let's ink that, though. It's a little too bright for that piece. This piece is darker, more Victorian, more vintage, more elegant. Oh, yes. See, that took care of that blank spot up there that was bugging the living daylights out of me. I did not like. I am going to use the Fabri-Tex. It's got to go on the very edge of that. Oh, I remember how much I loved summertime. Water fights, balloons, fights with the hose with each other when it's hot. We'd all spray each other down on the front yard. running around in our bathing suits. Fun, fun. Those are teenagers I'm talking about. Not just when I was a little girl. I think we moved into our home that I grew up in when I was like about 4 or 5, just before kindergarten. And stayed there till I graduated and got married. Oh, I'd be covering that piece. I kind of want something up here. That's a little wide. Darn. I don't think I have anything. Let me see. I don't think I have anything like that. Small. Oh, wait. Do I? I might have spoke too soon. No, those wouldn't work. I just had this weird little thing going on there. Oh, you know what though? I could cut the top of that off and put that up. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll do that. I like that bit right here. Isn't this pretty? So I cut that piece of lace in half and I was able to use it in 2 places. Did some of you get some of these? Oh, I ended up putting all of my newest laces on there. See, I have a basket full of my new laces and they're all on these wooden spools. And I shared some of them with you guys. And then like yesterday when I was wrapping lace, I went, oh, I should have kept some more. But that's okay. I wanted to share with you guys. I really did. Those of you who got them, I'm really glad. I think only 2 of you got them because somebody bought a couple. 2 or 3 of you got them. There was 4 with lace on them. And I think one lady bought 2 and the other gal, I think each of you bought 2, honestly. There. Let's go right there so I could still see that. Okay, I like it. Do you guys like it? I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Sometimes this glue shows through this paper because it's linen and causes an issue. So we'll see if today it's going to cause an issue. I don't think so. There we go. There. I feel good about that. I feel like that's crooked. Either that or I cut it crooked. Well, it's on there now. It's not going anywhere. Oh, I love that. Do you guys like that? I want to put just a little tiny bit of lace down there. What have I got? I know which piece I'm thinking of. I don't have much left. I hoard this lace like there's no tomorrow. It's like my absolute favorite lace, and I don't know where I got it. I got it a long time ago. So even if I could find where I got it, that's probably all sold out. Sometimes I kick myself when I just buy the minimum. I just put it in an order with one of my favorite vendors and one of my favorite Etsy shops. And I bought more than normal because I don't want to have to... Stuff that I use all the time, that I keep buying from them, I got a little bit bigger order this time. Because I thought, well, I'm using it. And who knows what the prices are going to be soon. So, as things change. I think my craft room is pretty well stocked in case things get crazy out there. I can sit in here and craft and not worry about it. I see something. Oh, there it is. I saw something. I'm like, I got to cut that off. I'm going to put that right across the bottom. Up against what is naturally there. And then I need to cut this down just a little bit. Just a bit. Darn it. Okay. Can't do it with these scissors. They're too big. Let's do it with this. I'm wondering if I can just glue it to where I want it. Yeah, kind of worked. I didn't need to cut it. Okay. Cold in here. My nose is ready. Now what else? Oh, okay. How about we add some stuff? How about we add some stuff to it? You know what I should do is I should cut up some of these pieces so I have them. But I just knocked it out. Where'd it go? Did it not come out? Nope. There it is. Yeah. I should pre-cut some and put them in a little jar so I don't have to cut them all the time on camera. That might be a good idea, right? Do a little pre-cut thing and then put them in a little, like these little kind of jars. I think I have a few left from Dollar Tree. I don't even know if they carry those anymore. Probably if I went to get some, they don't have any. Oh, my hubby's sneezing like crazy, poor guy. Allergy season, it stopped raining and it's sunny. And everything's blooming. Oh, my new rose bushes that my hubby planted for me. My Bearwood roses are blooming. I see them. Oh, I have purple ones. He bought me some new pretty purple ones at the top of the hill. I see them. They're so pretty. Love them. It's going to be a good year. He bought me 5 rose bushes. Yay. Good hubby, huh? I have a good husband. One of the best in the West. You know what I want to do? Give me a second. There we go. I want to put some of these up here. I wanted a whole string of them. Is that long enough? Before I go running around there? Yeah, sometimes I want a strand, so I don't want to cut them all up because that'd be crazy. But it would be nice to have some that are already pre-cut. Then I wouldn't have to. Now, Fabri-Tac is what you want to put on any of your trims with, especially if they're plastic or resin or something like that, or even jewels, right? I feel like you always have to trim the little strings off that keep these together. And you need some sharp little scissors to do it with. There. That's what I just did. Okay. I'm going to clean this off just a bit because it's getting plugged up. I think I need to do some work there, but I'm going to leave that out because I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to use it again. That's pretty. Okay, so then let's move this over. Let's see, what do we want here? I want to use the same thing because I want it to be consistent. I'm wondering if I think I'm going to close this lace just barely at the top. I don't want it flapping around. It's bothering me a great deal. It just extends out the pocket kind of, right? Just clean my table, get that glue off there. Okay, there we go. Cute, huh? Loving it. I don't think it'll be too thick to go in the pouch. I think it'll be fine getting in there. I wanted to double check. Yes, it's fine going in there. That pouch is pretty substantial. So, and I want to do the same thing on this side so that I don't ruin this lace. I think I put this on upside down. I did. Well, it's different. I think what I'm going to do is this. Just make sure. I want that to dry properly. This one too, right on the edge. Just right at the edge. That way we have this pretty little pocket and this pretty little pocket. Of course, that's going to facilitate me putting more things in there. So the person that gets this is going to be getting a lot of goodies. Truly. A lot of ephemera. Probably a lot of journal cards or tags. I feel like this needs something here and here. Oh, this needs more. This needs something. We haven't done that side. But I was just thinking this side was done, but it's really not. I see what I need. So let me get that going. Okay. And then get my glue scissors. And let's get this going. Yeah, I grew up in a great neighborhood. All kids, families. It was a brand new neighborhood when we first moved there. It was my parents' first new home. They had lived in a really much older home in a much older part of the city, San Jose. And we moved to Campbell, which was a suburb of San Jose at the time. My goodness, what was that? Hold on a minute. That was terrible. My neighbor. Oh, she fell. She's okay. Yeah, my neighbor fell and she had something in her hands, but her husband caught her. She didn't hit the ground, thank God. We're all older. It's like every person who's over 55, really anybody who falls, that you don't break a hip or something. He caught her. Good job, neighbor. And it was Manny and his wife. I don't know his wife's name. I don't think I've ever met her, like been introduced to her, but we wave. Because like we live above them. They're a single story, we're a double story. But she had a glass vase in her hand. Had she hit the ground, oh, that might have been bad. Good job, Manny. Catch your wife. That's what you guys are supposed to do. You're supposed to catch us and make us better, right? So we don't hurt ourselves. Your friend's nuts. Oh, I see the time has flown. I know you guys hate it if I quit before I get everything decorated. I just don't know what else I want to put on here. Honestly, I think we've got that. I don't know what I want on us. Oh, you know what though? I've been looking at some of my other stuff that I forget about. One sec. And I forget, I've got all kinds of bling, but that's too blingy for this, I think. I kind of stayed with pearls on that. But that's not too blingy. Might sit up too much, but we'll see. I need to get a smaller gold one of that, I think. Let's see, what do we got here? Let me see. That's pretty. It sits up pretty high, but it's not horrible. What do we think? Do you think it's too high? It might have a difficult time in that envelope. Darn, I love this stuff. I haven't been able to use it yet because it's pretty chubby. I mean, it'd be great on that because that's an envelope, right? It's not going inside anything. I bought this. I don't even know why because I thought it was different, but I haven't used it much. Kind of not my norm. I'm just looking to see if I've got something that I really want to use. One sec. No. Okay. I know what I'm looking for. Give me a second. There it is. I think I might use some gold on this one, maybe, instead of pearls. Seems like there needs to be some pearls there. Maybe we can use up. There go the chimes at the fire department. So prepare your ears for sirens. No, school's not out yet. What's today, Friday? No, it's not out. Well, one day I fell on my patio out there. Oh, it hurt so bad. And I was home alone. But I screamed pretty loud. No one asked me if I was okay, but I'm sure they were listening. I think I laid there and cried for a good, 10 minutes. Luckily, it was a number of years ago. About 5 years ago, before my hubby quit working. He was, before he quit the power company and retired. So I was home by myself, and I think my knee gave out, and down I went. Oh boy, did that hurt. I lay there for quite a while, wondering if any of my neighbors heard it. I went, ah! It was not a pretty sight. Me laying on the patio for quite a while. I just couldn't get up. But I've got I had pretty strong bones. I don't know if I still do. So at the time, I did not break anything. I hurt like heck for a long time, though. I was pretty badly bruised. Some ugly bruises. Luckily, I didn't hit my head, I don't think. I don't remember hitting my head. I know several of you take falls, Miss Betty. Gotta be careful, young lady. We get older, we lose our balance, medication, bump into things, bumping into walls. Who knew that was a thing? I felt more as a young woman than I do now, knock on wood. I mean, I would just be walking in high heels or whatever and twist my ankle or something, or step on a rock and I'd go down, you know, because you're wearing heels. And one time I was on the way to see a client and it fell in the parking lot. Oh, that didn't feel good. Outside of my store, and they had, the sidewalk was wet and from rain, and my shoe, I don't know what, it hit a slippery spot and down I went right in front of my store. That was humiliating. You're more embarrassed, you know, than hurt. I don't know, that just looks crooked because the paper is crooked. I think it needs some pearls up there. Okay, one more. And then I think we're going to call it quits today, guys. I think we had a really good, we got this made for the first time. I've never made this before. And like I said, I was inspired by my friend, and she's fabulous, fabulous, fabulous crafter. Totally different from me. She is the queen of trims and fabric bling. Oh my goodness. Different kind of bling than what I do. But she is good at what she does. She's a totally different type of work than I do. But, oh, her stuff is stunning. She inspires me every day that I watch her. Just her artistry speaks to my artistry, even though we're very different in what we do. I love her work. She inspires me all the time, though. Totally different things. Not the same stuff, but just her creativity is amazing. The way she looks at things, oh my goodness, really makes me want to stretch further, right? I feel like I need one of these on here to make it correspond to the front. So now, you do not need all the trims I have. You don't need all the papers I have. You really don't. Use what you have in your stash. I can't encourage you enough. And do it in your style. Don't do my style. Don't make what I make. You don't have to. Reach the heights of your creativity, what you can do. That my art will inspire your art to do it in the genre or the style or like if you like to do heavily grunge, then do it. Just be inspired to create, not the same thing or not like it, just your thing, do you do you. And I will be super happy for you, because you don't want to do an exact replica of my work. You know, that would violate copyright. There's something called creative license or creative copyright, and you never want to do that. Don't want to, unless someone's inviting you to make the exact same project, to go get all the same pieces. Now, there's times I do invite you to do that. But I really want to encourage you to do your thing. You do you. I almost feel like now I always have, if I do one side, I got to do the other. Oh, I got to stop doing that. That's like, let it go. I think it looks good as it is. There we go. I think those are... Now, of course, I want to put gold over here. Maybe I'll put some there, or maybe some up there, just to bring the gold to the front. So the front and back correspond. They don't need to be identical, but they should resonate or speak to each other. And so now I'm wondering if maybe just a little bit right here, it would speak to the other one, right? That's the goal. So be creative in your way, in your style, in your shabby chic or elegant or Renaissance or Venetian. You know, maybe you're really into the Italian look, or you're into Renaissance people, or you're into the Rococo. Do your style. You don't have to make exactly what I make, but you get the idea. Just like I got ideas from Pam, I thought, oh, I'm going to grab some. What I was inspired by was the fact she was using file folder and she was folding it into pockets and unique pockets. And I thought, she always does that. She's always creating some unique thing. And that's what I was inspired by. And I thought, oh, I want to do something like that. I was looking for something. The reason I was inspired is I was looking for something to put in here. So I've been watching videos, trying to come up with some bits and pieces, maybe the same, maybe different. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Because if you went and looked at her video and then you looked at mine, you go, what is she talking about? Those don't look anything alike. Well, no, I'm not copying Pam. I'm doing my thing. But she inspired me to get out some file folders and do some folding and create some pockets and then fill up the pockets and then go from there, right? So I think that's what I was trying to say rather badly. Okay, you guys. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. I hope you're crafting along with me. Got out your stuff. Maybe hanging out, and we're keeping each other company as we craft along. That's always the goal. Excuse my vacuum. But I feel some funny things on my desk, and I don't want it on my piece. So there. That's pretty. That would look very nice with this. Now I just need to put some things in it. More than likely, it's going to be some tags. I'll have to look at my stuff. I think the tags that I pre-made are not going to fit in here, but they're going to go in the envelope. No, see, they won't fit. So I'll grab some out of the kit, and I'm actually going to have to go print some and put them in here. So I'll fill them up with tags, and then I can put that in there. So that's a piece made for that. The next thing I'll do is decorate this piece, and I will decorate these journal cards and maybe some little baggies to go in there. So, well, thank you for watching today. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe learned something new, got inspired to be creative on a project that you're working on, maybe. So, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and the rest of your weekend anyway, and then a fabulous week next week. So I love you all. I'll see you all very soon. Mwah. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.